Welcome to the Monday Night War on the brand new WWE 2K game. I am Luke and DAD representing Monday Night Raw.
And I'm Ollie Davis representing ECW Monday Night Smash. And this season, I'm gonna beat you, you little son of a bitch. This is my turn.
That's what he's claiming, but I've already beaten him once. Can I make it a two-peat? Yes, I think I probably can, but we are playing WWE's MyGM mode on WWE 2K25, and this video is sponsored by WWE 2K25. Get your copy of the game using the link in the video description down below, which includes the brand new Island. A brand new WWE-themed interactive open world where players can complete quests, take on challenges, compete in live events, and upgrade and customize their My Superstar through multiple storyline chapters. And the story is focused around the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, as players fight their way towards earning a WWE contract, integrating themselves with the Bloodline.
And it's all ruled over by the giant gold Roman Reigns statue, isn't it?
That's absolutely, yeah.
It's made of solid gold.
I was having a little run around there earlier and I saw some players populating around. So it's a very cool new thing for us fans to get involved with each other and play the game. Plus there's the My Rise storyline, which is based around Kevin Owens and Bayley taking over NXT and rebranding it NXT Mutiny, which is a really cool story. And for us, it's MyGM mode. And of course, there's even things like intergender matches, and it's available now. Click the link in the video description down below to get your copy of the game today. But let's focus on MyGM mode, because there's some new updates to MyGM mode this year. Some new exciting things, including, and I'm not saying that 2K watch this series, an in-game timer has been put into the game.
Yeah, in-game timer, so we don't have to do our lo-fi start the 7-minute countdown.
No.
And if we go over, it will automatically take a penalty percentage of fans off that week.
Yeah, so if you are new to this series, the way that we used to do it is that we would have a 7-minute timer, and if we went over it, we would include our own little power cards, so we would get like a 1-minute deficit that I could play against you or you could play against me, depending on who went over. But now that it's got an inbuilt timer, the game has got an inbuilt punishment system, which is you lose fans for going over the time.
Yeah, we had a brief run of it before this, just to see how it worked, and yeah, it really impacted. You just sat there waiting for it to run down to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, it chucked off like 4,000 fans off your week total.
So I think we're going to set it to 10%. If you go over, you lose 10% of your fans for that week.
You don't want more?
What do you want to do?
100%.
You just get no fans.
Yeah, if you go a second over.
No fans that week. There's also other new match type features. There's the gauntlet matches, which can affect contracts. There's a load of new cool things for us to get into.
There's something called a gauntlet eliminator match stipulation as well, which is most definitely the casino gauntlet match from AEW. It's taken off over the last year.
I mean, I'm not saying that it is that. I'm not saying that at all whatsoever in this sponsored video.
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
Oh yeah, we should actually say as well, we're back. We're back, everyone, for a proper full season of the Monday Night War. We're going to be with you for the next 25 weeks. And right now, you can head on over to patreon.com/WrestleTalk and watch episode 1 of this series right now. It'll be available on Monday, but you can go watch it now or watch it over the weekend and watch the start of this new series. Because on Monday at patreon.com, episode 2 will be available.
Yeah.
But is it time for us to get into this? Because the game has been expanded somewhat. I was listening to interviews with the developers of the game, and what they've said is that they've upped the budget for you. So we've got $4 million this time around. We are going to go for max budget on this one.
Oh, is he a jobber? Max budget.
Very
sign in a couple of weeks.
Very good. But they actually recommend you get upwards of around 20 superstars for your roster this time around, which means we might be able to do some tag team stuff. And they just get ignored.
Yeah, I've already got my sort of strategy down. We've been working on this over the last couple of days. I've got a whole section for legit tag teams. Whereas before, I'd have just Franken-teamed people together.
I'll be honest.
I'm going to draft some actual teams.
I might still do the Franken team. So we are going to toss a coin.
Yes, not a real coin
No.
because no one has physical cash anymore.
No.
I have a Google's Flipper coin. So
All right,
heads or tails?
Heads. Queens for queen.
Tails never fails. It's tails.
So does that mean you're going to be player 1?
Okay, yes.
Oh, actually, I mean, do you want to be player 1?
I can choose,
Yeah.
can't I? So it's essentially who gets to book first.
Well, who gets to
and
draft?
who gets to draft first. In which case, but we'll go snake order. I'm going to be player 1.
Okay, there you go. I'll set the game up. I don't trust you to do that.
You have offended my family.
But there's the other new thing for MyGM mode. You can play it locally or play online.
Yeah, against friends if you've got any. So we're out of luck. We have to just pay each other to come into work and do it.
But we are going to play locally because we are cool people. So we're going to add you.
Couch coop. That's what we are. We're a couch coop.
Custom, it's fine. Add in Oliver Davis. And
Yeah.
You sure you want to be ECW?
Yep. What? Why wouldn't I want to? So, well, I've already based it around not having as big a women's roster as everyone else.
Because you were ECW in the Patreon series that we did, patreon.com/WrestleTalk. If you want to go and see the last series we did of this, where we played against each other. You selected ECW, but that's because there were kind of no other brands to take. But you know, we've got a new NXT. There's NXT Mutiny as a brand. You could take WCW.
There's more NXTs than there are WWE brands on this. There's 3 different NXTs.
Or there's even 2.0. You know, that was Dan's old brand.
Yeah. Well, can you just go to what WCW
So
does?
WCW gets extended duration of all contracts currently on your roster by 5 weeks.
I mean, I'm going to sign everyone to full-term contracts anyway, so that doesn't really help me. So the benefit of ECW is that you only get 3 championships rather than 5, and those championships are effectively super powered.
Yes.
So usually a title will add 10 popularity points to the title holder, but my guys get 20.
Yes.
And mathematically, I think that works out more.
And you hate women.
Well, I don't hate women. I just want them to not have championships. Because Oli books for stories and characters. There's going to be some great storylines and characters for the women's division. They don't need titles.
So you're sticking with ECW then?
Yes. But plus, it does make it a bit easier for me because I can then just feud more people. People get injured a lot with me.
Then I go to Custom Superstar, and I'm going to add in myself. Of course, sticking with Monday Night Raw. And we thought, why the heck not? Particularly because one of the new features of 2K25's MyGM mode is at pay-per-views, they're cross-brand PLEs, which means we have to book matches against each other. And if you do it as a 2-player game, then you have to book singles matches. But if you do it as like a 3-player game or 4-player game, those become triple threats and fatal 4-ways. So let's add in some CPU GMs.
This is going to really up the chaos.
Yes, it will do.
So who do we want to go against?
Well, Ava, obviously.
Ava, Fierce Ava,
Fierce Ava,
representing NXT.
well, of course.
And who else can we have?
We've got loads to choose from. We could do Bischoff with WCW. We could
Mr.
do
Fuji at the bottom.
It is. We could do Mr. Fuji. We've got Armando, Alejandro, Estrada. There's Sensational Sherry. There's Miss Elizabeth. Teddy Long, to put him on SmackDown. Or, of course, CM Punk himself. Famed GM, CM Punk.
Yeah, what is this just a way to foreshadow him taking over NXT like he wants to in a couple of years?
It's to get you ready for it.
I reduce the fan retention rate of all opposing brands by 3%.
Oh, okay, it's only 3%.
During next week's show. That's because he's going to cut a pipe bomb in a press conference and damage everyone's reputation. Should we do it? Should we put CM Punk in?
Yeah. And should we do,
CM Punk and Ava.
should we do the new brand as well, NXT Mutiny?
Yep, that makes sense.
Yep.
We can, in our little fantasy booked world, CM Punk is at war with Ava's NXT, and he's trying to take over because Ava is, of course, related to The Rock.
Yep.
Her last name is The Rock. It's Ava The Rock, and CM Punk is trying to defeat her. So hopefully they'll concentrate on each other.
Because you've created a kayfabe world, you think that now they won't play any power card against us?
Yeah, for the storyline-wise, that makes the most sense.
We are going to do some normal difficulty, which means we get 2 mid-card matches. And here's the other new thing, win conditions. Previously, it was fans and Hall of Fame trophies, but you had more Hall of Fame trophies. That kind of overrode everything. But again, because 2K clearly watched this show, we're going to make it just fans.
I think this is might be one of my favourite changes.
Yeah, mine too.
I think the layout in general makes everything a lot easier to track. That's my other favourite.
We're going to do it with 4 million. We're going to do it snake order.
Snake order!
Keep the shake-ups on. We'll do the default draft pool. We don't need to auto draft. And we're going to start with a few match types unlocked. Additional matches will become available by improving your brand over time via logistics and choices.
We want all.
Start with all match types.
All match types.
There we go. That's classic mode. Lovely. And
this is the other great thing. 7 minute. Now, how high can you go?
it is 100. I don't think we want to do 100.
It'll really make it keep to time though, won't it? I think 10%. When we did it, you just lost 3,000, 4,000 fans.
Yeah.
And obviously that was off of
I mean, that
30,000.
Bearing in mind, like in previous, like the last couple of ones we've done of this, we've only won by a small margin of fans. Maybe those 3,000 fans might make all the difference.
Yeah, I think you only beat me by 5,000. I can't remember.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm going to make a proposal of 20 to 25.
A quarter of your fans were going over time.
You know this is going to sabotage me as well. I just feel like 10% doesn't scare me.
No.
What scares you? Give me the controller. Right.
Oh, no, my sunglasses.
Okay. Does that scare you?
No,
Does that scare you?
not really.
Does that scare you?
A little bit.
Does 15% scare you?
Quite a bit.
Does 20%
Yeah, a lot. That
scare
scares
you?
me a lot.
There's 25.
Yeah, all right. I don't want to go any higher.
Is that the max?
I feel like that's the max.
So I guess the question is 25 or 20?
Let's do 20.
25 it is. that is too much. I felt a bit weird.
Also, my worry is that if anyone gets that, there might be that you can't come back from it. So we want to try and avoid some of that, to make this as competitive as possible. But are you happy with those as our season settings?
I am, yes.
We are
Excited.
here. Right, let's get into this. Obviously, you are drafting first.
Right. Okay, I've got my strategy. I'm a guy who likes the Giants. So I'm going to book a big... Oh, Cody's a bit cheaper than he was when we ran through the game earlier.
Oh, yeah?
He was like $420,000. So that's the most expensive person on the roster.
I'll tell you what else is also nice. I was listening to this interview with the developers, and they pointed out that guys like Roman Reigns in particular was never in the draft pool, but they've tried to make the draft pool a bit more open now, so there are going to be way more superstars available to you from the off when you open up to get into it. So there are, guys like Roman Reigns will be more readily available.
I love a Giant versus Cruiser.
You do, don't you?
So, and I started off with him in the previous series, 85, 15. I think that's good. I think that's money well spent. It's way better than Jimmy for $1,000 extra.
Also, if you put the belt on Gunther, he's up to 80 of popularity already.
Yeah. The pressure of the first trade. Do I want to get a big monster baby face? Who is the, I'm just going to see who the top cruiserweight face is. Yep, it's Jey Uso. Does that mean I will be booking the WrestleMania 41 World Heavyweight title program? Stax Lorenzo!
There he is. There's Stax. He's 62, mate.
That's better than Jimmy! Jay, I mean. Look at the stamina.
Oh, mate.
Is he my first pick?
The number one overall draft pick is Stax.
I'm not going to muck around. I love me a bit of Gunther. He has treated me well in the past. Gunther!
All right.
Statement pick, drafty the ring general. They don't get bigger or better for pick number 1.
And he is a G.
He's a G.
Stands for giant.
Of course, yeah.
And he's a bad guy. He's a heel. So he is a GH. Okay, what's your strategy? What are you going for?
I'm just having a little look-see. I'm a bit like Johnny 5 from... Crikey, there are a lot more people this year, aren't they? I'm like Johnny 5 in Short Circuit. I could just see people really quickly.
It's you again.
Oh, it's nice. It's the NXT
Is it
next.
Snake Order? Oh, I forgot about the AA! Oh, God! I cannot believe you picked Lorenzo.
So now it's Mutiny, then it's NXT.
What the hell?
And now
What
it's
have
me.
you done?
So he's a cruiser face, right? That's okay. Stacks. Mate, I couldn't turn it down. It was such a good... Like that 84 stamina, 62 popularity.
I found him.
I need a giant now, don't I? Right.
Well, I've got the best giant. I think. Oh, that is annoying.
Class giants.
Oh my God, so every time I choose one, like 7 people, 1, 2, 3, 6 people are going to get drafted after I've done a draft.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to get Ivar, and look at that, 66.
You stay away from Ivar.
Why? Oh, he's 49 popular.
I like him as well now.
There's not a lot of big giants in terms of like heel-wise. I get a Moss.
Not very popular though, is he?
Well, it's 55. It's only 5.
Yeah, I guess so.
Where am I? It's only 7 less than Stax is. I might get a Moss as my next hire.
It's a good pick. So
Moss.
actually, don't I get 2 picks now?
You will do, yes.
Right, choose them wisely.
Moss. Yeah.
I need a top babyface.
And now I've done my troll pick. So now I can now I can look at things a bit more sensibly.
And you always have it as the first one you do. Your troll pick is the first one.
Well, it's the best one. It's the best time to do it.
Okay, so class. Let me find a cruiser. I've only got baby faces here, as you can see. Cruiserweights. What do we got? What have we got? They're all... It's a bad way to sort. Ooh. Okay, cruiserweights. And I only need baby faces. 49s, Ashanti. That's not bad.
That's actually pretty good as well.
Ashanti v Adonis,
He's got
60
popularity, which is matching with Gunther.
He's only got 5 in-ring skill.
That's fine.
So that does affect the quality of these matches. Axiom. I do love Axiom. I love Fraxiom. Who else is good? Well, Dom's a heel.
Yeah,
Can't have him.
good. Dragon Lee's not that
Dragon Lee.
popular.
Oh, bless Dragon Lee. Siobhan Evans.
31 popular.
$63,000.
Yeah, but he's 31 popularity. That's why.
Look, Jay has. He's 15
Yeah.
in-ring skill. He's got the 60 popularity. The stamina's not there right now, but I can build that up when I bench him and have him cut promos for a 7-week-long build against Gunther.
Just doing call-out promos against Gunther.
And yeah, how about you, Pat McAfee, on commentary? I'll just have Gunther wrestle Akira Tozawa for 2 months to build WrestleMania.
That's what your strategy for this is, just to copy what Triple H is currently doing on Monday Night Raw.
It's working. Sami Zayn is
57, mate. That's pretty good. It's 74 stamina. It's bigger than Jay, and it's 15. And he's cheaper.
And he's the same in ring level.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Oh, what's the mic skills? How do I see mic skills?
Superstar Info Square.
Superstar info. Here we go. 4 out of 5. And what's Jay? 4 out of 5. Well, I'm going Sammy.
I think that's a really smart move. And
Sammy and Gunther.
And it's you again.
Sammy Z. He's a cruiser and he's a face. He's a CF. So,
Siefta.
let's get a... no, because I know if I can choose a tag team in one go.
Oh, smart.
So if I choose one tag guy now, I know you said you've used your troll pick.
I've
but
done
you
my
are-
troll
you
pick
are
now.
absolutely going to pick the other
I've done my troll
person.
pick. Because the other
havoc with my OCD.
If I can put over the new MyGM mode again, listen to this interview with the developers. They have adjusted the AI when it comes to the draft pick order, so that if it puts in Montez Ford, it's more likely to also put in Angelo Dawkins. If it puts in Ivar, it's more likely to put in Eric, so that you can have these tag teams together. You and I, when we did it earlier, and actually the AI computers are more likely to draft full tag teams. We just auto drafted it. We ended up with legit groups of guys. You had Otis and Akira Tozawa. You had the Viking Raiders group together. I think there is more of an emphasis on tag teams this year. Not the women's side of things, of course. There are no women's tag teams.
Well, Charlotte Flair is one of the top-ranked women there.
And she's a giant. You do love a giant.
But I've got a giant dude. Like, I need a top woman. I like Jade as well. But I should really go into the other classes here. So Bianca Belair, Bianca Belair's a good shout.
Belair's always a strong
She's
hire.
only a 10. Zelina Vega is 15 in ring skill.
Of course she does. Have you seen her Code Red?
Well, if I get a bruiser, I need a... I could have Bianca Belair versus Asuka as my top 2. I'm a big Asuka fan. Am I going with my heart there? Is that actually the Moneyball pick? Sorry, I'm taking ages to do this. I've just realised.
We've got one other episode. We've got more episodes to film today.
I'm just getting. I'm getting used to the pool. The water's fine.
The water is fine.
All right. Okay. I'm doing it. I'm going Asuka.
Smart. Right. What am I doing here? I think I'm going to go to... I was hoping to just adjust this by just popularity. No.
And Asuka was a fighter heel? Pretty sure.
Okay.
Was she a fighter heel? Yeah, because Belair was a bruiser.
So it is Cody and Roman are like the two top guys in the game. So it's 65. They are huge spends. 350, 400,000. 350,000 is a bruiser. Big stamina, big popularity. I think I might just get Roman, Get me a little bruiser face. Roman? Roman Reigns.
We'll come back to you.
It'll come back to me, won't it? So NXT gets Logan Paul and Mutiny gets Brutus Creed. Then it's,
and it'll go
back
to
to
them.
Mutiny, Wendy Chu, and then it's NXT gets The Miz.
That's fine by me, Ava.
It is classic Ava pick. Now it's back to me, so I better look for a fighter face to go against Roman. I want to search this by class. And is it sort draft order? Yeah, popularity. Where's my...
A fighter face.
Class.
Yeah.
Why am I only on Giants? What have I done wrong?
You need fighter, don't you? Well, maybe...
What have I done wrong?
Why
have I...
What I do is move it to face, so you just got the face ones.
Yeah.
And then do the triangle to get class, and then fight that you can get there as well.
Oh, okay. What have I done? Kieran, edit all of this bit out.
Don't tell me what to do.
There you go. Now you can find fighter
There
and
we
they're all
go.
grouped together.
There we go. That's what I'm after. All right. Fighters. Okay. So I'm looking for somebody who's got some big... Oh, no, I need a heel.
Ah, damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
I was so used to Roman being a bad guy. Okie dokie. There's Charlie Dempsey. There's Balor.
You are booking a promotion I don't want to watch right now.
Why?
Look, there's Roman, and then there's two guys with 5 in ring skill.
Sean Spears is 51. Nakamura's 60.
God, Sean's a bit pricey.
Yeah. Could get Nakamura, do Nakamura Reigns.
Tama Tonga Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he's 51 popularity. Could do Gorillas of Destiny. Maybe he's looking as that as his next tag team pick. Tyler Breeze. Look at Tyler Breeze, 55.
Maybe I'm going to push Tonga lower as a singles guy.
I might get Nakamura, and I'll do Nakamura Reigns as my top feud to start off with.
I think that's good. Nakamura's pricey, but you're getting a lot there. It's 60 popularity, relatively high stamina, and that 20 in ring skill.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay, I'm going to get me a tag team now. So let's find a tag team. You can't really sort by tag team, can you? I've just got to think. I could have, I've got a giant. I've got, no, I should get someone to feud with Asuka first.
Probably smart.
Who was a face? No, fighter. Fighter heel, that's going to be confusing. So I want. So popularity-wise, the most popular woman on the roster just so happens to pair very well with my top lady.
And she's not...
Who's the next down bruiser, though? Bruiser.
Shayna
I need a face bruiser.
Oh, you're going for a while.
Oh.
Still going.
Nikita Lyons. That doesn't really work, does it?
That'll not work for you, brother.
So I am going to spend big on some popular people. Oh, she's only got 10. Well, it's happening.
And it's you again.
That is Bianca. And she is a bruiser face. Let's just do that. Fig is now my shorthand for fighter. So who do I go for now? I need a dude. Got 2 men, 2 women. Do I just go for Cody? How much do I spend at this stage?
So you're down to 2.8 million. You've spent 1.2 of it already.
And it would give me just under 2.5 million to buy 15 people, which isn't that much.
It doesn't feel like a lot, does it? It feels like we've spent quite a bit already.
Yeah, I think I have spent a lot. I've spent a lot. Well, I've obviously spent over $1 million on 4 people.
Yeah.
I can't continue with that higher spend. So let's get some
Body
some like bargains. Who's high up here but doesn't cost that much? Ashante, you see. Ashante looks pretty good for sit.
He's been appealing to you, hasn't he? Because if Gunther, wins out on that title feud, you've got a ready-made next top babyface to go into Sammy's position.
Okay, so I'm going to think about Ashante. And then who else is cheap? Damian Priest is pretty cheap for where he's at. Cruiser. We like Carrion. They're all quite expensive. Braun Breaker.
Hello.
I'm not even going to think about that. A heel bruiser Braun Breaker.
All right. Let's have a look at the women.
I think that's a steal at whatever. I didn't really look for the money.
So I've also spent 1.2 on 4 people so far. So let's look at some ladies.
It's the way you said it.
I know. I was looking at Jade Cargill. 246. Giant.
Why have you put stacks in your women's column?
Oh, I have as well. Stacks.
I shouldn't keep helping you.
Yeah, Jade. I like Jade. I feel like Jade's a good option. There's quite a few good. I need a heel cruiser, but there's a Liv Morgan right there. There's Alexa. There's more babyface cruisers. Maybe I need like a.
It's always the way it is.
Yeah, but so my thinking is there that maybe I'm actually better off doing something like getting Nia Jax.
Heel giant.
And then I've got more cruisers to play around with.
Do you want to make her tired though? She's already pretty tired at 54.
There's some promos in her world. There's some being called out.
Raw chooses Nia Jax. The irresistible force is coming.
Then,
Yeah, there's
and it's
Lena
gonna
Vega
be-
for NXT.
then all the good people are
Mutiny.
going to get picked.
Julius
no, not the
Creed for-
Creeds!
It's
Oh, they'd
Carl
already
Anderson
kind of
for
gone.
Mutiny. And Raquel Rodriguez for NXT back to Raw. So let's quickly note that down. That is a giant heel in Nia Jax. And then, so I'm looking to get a cruiser lady. Says Io.
That's good.
Io's good. There's Naomi, who's a bit cheaper.
I think you want to start prioritising spend now.
Yeah, potentially. Some other big crazy. I could get Sol Rucker in. It's quite cheap.
Oh.
It's Tegan Knox there though, who is a little bit more, but you get that extra in-ring IQ. It's Kairi Sane. She's cheaper than Tegan. 47 is not the end of the world. Not massive pop is the problem.
Pop? There's not a great difference in it though. There's one.
No,
one
I
difference.
know, but what I'm talking about is like on the overall show, is just having someone who is 47 popularity. You know, when I could get someone who's more popular, because that's always been my issue with MyGM mode, is I always have people who just aren't very popular,
Yeah.
which means they don't tend to bring in the fans. But I think I'm going to do Kairi.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Babyface Cruiser. Yeah.
Now it's time for tag teams. Right. Who is a tag team? I've got to find. Can I have Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio? Dominic Mysterio and Carlito? Who's some tag team people? Kofi and
I think
Woods?
I think Woods is there.
It's quite expensive though, Kofi. Let's just go with cost. Who's the cheapest? Could I get Fraxium? Siobhan Evans is good at 63.
That's a bargain, man.
Yeah.
63.
Obafemi is 95. Again, okay. Real world is separate to the game.
I was going to say, because he's
Don't buy people you like.
That's what I was about to say. It's like Obafemi is cheap, but he's also 39 popularity.
Yeah. Oh, I could get that up fast.
Oh yeah, I bet you could.
Okay, so Nathan Frazier. I could make Fraxium with Nathan Frazier and where's Axiom? Jacob Fatu's only.
Oh, he's falling into his
That's
trap.
the exact. You see, he's the exact same class and heel alignment as Bron Breakker, and the game's telling me that's a boring match. But I know.
Look,
I want to see that match.
and of course, there's always you can turn one of them babyface.
But they're still both the classes of Bruiser.
I suppose, yeah.
Oh, pretty
pretty
deadly was
deadly.
good for me last time.
They did.
And specialists, they can work with a lot of people, which they can.
Okay, well, yeah.
They can in real life. Dragunov. Don't want Gallows. Eric and Ivar, they're heels as well, though. I haven't seen Axiom yet. You know what? I'm going to get the boys back in town.
Yeah.
Kit Wilson.
Yes, boy.
Oh, God, where have they gone?
I think you need to keep going,
What's
bud.
about here?
Things are coming.
Kit Wilson
There he is, you
and
got Wilson.
Elton Prince.
Right, he's got his
My
tag team in.
boys.
I might be doing the same thing, you know, getting a little tag team in.
His skills often replicated, but not duplicated.
But what tag team do I get AOP in? I can see Tyler Bate there as well. It's a usual one for me, is to get Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Although I don't think I've seen Pete Dunne yet.
No.
Ah, there's Axiom. No, I was going to get Axiom then, but then I've got another babyface cruiser, which I don't overly need. I kind of need to. So that's why I think I might get Akam and Razor as a tag team. Yeah, so basically, I'm going to press Razor now and hope that NXT or NXT Mutiny don't get Akam.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
So Razor is a heel bruiser. Akam. Nope, I've put it on the wrong one.
You're buying Razor.
Yeah, no. I'm not getting...
Reza?
Razor. Okay, so he's gone...
No, Tonga lower. I'm gonna try and sign him in the first draft picks.
No! They took Akam! Damn it! No! Son of a bee sting. Okay, well, let's just get another bruiser heel that I can tag them together.
Was that CM Punk that took?
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Son of a bitch. Oh,
That's mutiny for you, though.
As my plans are kind of already falling apart. Maybe I just want to get another little specialist to go along with him, a heel specialist, not just, I'll Franken team them together. Do you know what? Actually, I'm not going to try and draft proper tag teams. I think it's a fool's errand. So, Pat McAfee's a babyface, is he?
He's cheap, though.
I could do Obafemi and Razor as my bruiser heel, and then get a couple of fighters and bruisers to go against them.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm going to get Obafemi, who is a bruiser, heel bruiser. Oba. And then I need to get some more women in the next round.
Okay, so let's go for... What are we looking like for an expensive tag team? I've got... Kevin Owens is a babyface bruiser here.
Got Sammy as well.
Could I get him and then they double up as a tag team and then come halfway through the series? Do I turn Kevin Owens heel? I can't help myself, Luke. I can't help myself. Kevin Owens face bruiser.
It's a good choice, man. It's a good choice.
So he's a bruiser face. I need a heel fighter. That means, and I'm gonna go for someone who's a little cheaper. So heel fighter, Charlie Dempsey. I like the look of Charlie Dempsey. I'm thinking about that. Lexus King.
Also relatively cheap. He's good, cheapo one.
Have we got any more heel fighters? Heel fighters. Again, a bit pricey now, so this will be
There he
someone
goes.
quite
Tamatonga.
Tamatonga. Anyone else? More up? Sean Spears. I don't want to sign Sean Spears, no offense. And then Carlito is $266,000.
He's got 15 in-ring IQ. And he's 56 popularity. Considering that the top one's like 62.
I think Carlito's a pretty good deal there. Do I really want my feud? My secondary main event feud to be Kevin Owens versus Carlito?
It's an option, man. It's an option you could do.
I need to get some specialists after this.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that as well. Actually, I need women first.
I'm going to go, yep, Carlito it is. Heel fighter.
Alrighty ho. Okay, so let's go women. Searching via the cost. Because what I'm thinking is for my women's tag team championships, I could do some, I could get Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend, put them, that tag team together. Because what I'm thinking is for the women's tag team championships is that you can just bring in some cheapers and then they can be upped by the tag titles themselves.
Yeah. I don't have that benefit
You
on
do
my
not
show.
have that, do you?
I just need popular women already.
So if I got Jakara Jackson, who is a babyface fighter... Oh, I can't do Jackson and Legend. They're... Oh, they are the right alignments. That's okay. So I could do, fighter and bruiser therein, and then I can get another fighter and bruiser on the babyface side of things, which actually fleshes out that division somewhat. So I might do that. I'm going cheap for the moment, just to fill out my roster a little bit. So I'm going to get Jakara Jackson, who is a babyface fighter. They are the wrong alignment. I thought they were. So instead, do I do someone like Lola Vice or Electra Lopez? Do I get a JC Jane as a Cora Jade?
Blair Davenport is a classic MyGM signing.
That's
no longer with the company.
No. Isla Dawn's there, also no longer. Chelsea Green. I could get Chelsea was so good for me last season. She was so great for me. And I think Piper's around as well.
Piper's always good.
Piper's always good. I might get Chelsea Green, who is a heel fighter. Chelsea Green. And if I can get Piper, ace. If not, it is not the end of the world.
CM Punk is definitely signing Piper.
But actually, even if I don't get Piper, because that's just another giant that I don't really need. But yeah, I'm going to get Chelsea Green, because Chelsea is always a great signing for me. Jacob Fatu goes to NXT.
Oh, I wanted Jacob.
Maurice goes to NXT Mutiny. Nikita Lyons goes to Mutiny, and Duke Hudson goes to NXT.
And it's back to Luke and Raw.
So now if I can get a bruiser face in this little cheap section here.
So now we could start the game.
We can do, yes.
The game has said, hey, you've got enough people.
Yeah.
But we've still got $2 million left.
Yeah. I'm going to try and fill out my roster a little bit. I've got a lot of face bruisers left, unfortunately, by the looks of things. It's Ivy Nile.
When was she a face? I guess sometimes that's a random thing they do.
And that's pretty much it. Everyone else is a heel, so I guess I'm going to get Ivy in. Unless I bring in some specialists. I could bring in like a Gigi Dolan or here's another face specialist. Natalia.
Natalia's always there.
Natalia is, and there's a Bailey. Bailey's a classic, but she's quite expensive. So let's look at this little cheaper option I've got here. Specialist. I might do Gigi. Yeah, maybe I'll do Gigi Dolan, or do I? Because Chelsea Green is a heel fighter. Do I get another?
Not going for Piper? What happened to Piper?
Well, I said that I've got another. I know she's actually not part of the draft pool
Is she
anyway.
not there? Yeah.
But she might have been drafted by someone else. But I don't think she's part of the draft pool. I didn't really think that one through. I don't think in terms of getting Chelsea Green. Now that I think about it, but I might bring in Gigi. I'm going to do Gigi Dolan as a babyface specialist.
She's got a lot of energy. 80 stamina.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to flesh out my so-called mid-card, which has... Because right now, in my little thing, I've got Carlito as a main eventer. That never even happened in his glory days. Right, so I want a fighter face. A face fighter. So I've got Eddie Thorpe there. I don't want Eddie Thorpe. Trick Williams. Ooh! He's good at 104,000. Trick Williams, Bron Breakker.
Sorry, I'm just making some. I'm not paying attention to you. Sorry.
Okay, you're doing your own thing.
Doing my own thing.
Who else is a face fighter? Andrade. How much better is he than Trick Williams? Trick Williams, 42 popularity, decent stamina, only 5 in ring IQ, but I can work on that. Currently, Trick is my boy. But are there any other face fighters who take my fancy? There is Akira Tozawa at $205,000. Now, 50 popularity isn't bad, and he's got the 15 in ring IQ. And maybe I'm drafting Dragon Gate Akira Tozawa
Yeah.
to go against Bron Breakker.
I like it.
And then, is there any more face fighters? Dexter Loomis. No, I'm going to go Akira Tozawa, controversially.
I don't think
Oh,
that-
I've just seen how little money I've got. Yes. Akira
Okay.
Tozawa,
And you're up
fighter
again.
face. Fighter face. And let's get some ladies. So, I think I want popularity, because I can't put a title on them to boost that popularity stat. So I've got a heel, I've got a face. Let's say I need another face to get the three-way stuff going. So a face specialist would be good. Bailey's always solid. Who's the next specialist baby face? Natalia. Do I want Natalia on my roster? She is 192.
There's Piper Niven. Piper Niven was there.
She is almost 100,000 cheaper. And who's the next specialist down? Who's a face? I think I might just have to get Natalia. Yeah, these aren't popular enough. I'm going Natalia. It's happening. She's making history once again. She's a specialist face.
Okie dokie. Right, I still want to make a note of something. So Obafemi is... I was right. Oba. So I could do with some face fighters as well. Yeah, I could do some face fighters who are dudes. So that's an Eddie Thorpe.
And he's pairing up with Razor and Obafemi there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Good deal, 88,000. Now we also want some money left over.
Yeah, but I'm alright now because I got 2 mil. I think you've got something like 1.2 left.
Yes.
So I'm sitting pretty at the moment. So I might get Eddie here. And NXT selects Liv Morgan. NXT Mutiny selects Karrion Kross. NXT Mutiny selects Andrade. And NXT selects Jade Cargill. And I am going to be selecting Trick Williams.
You already knew. Damn you!
Trick.
Okay, I'm gonna get another lady. I'm just gonna get a lady anything. I'm gonna get a lady heel. Lady heel with a decent popularity. Let's go from the bottom and see where I end up. How much do I want to be? 1.2 million, you're right. Fighter. So a fighter could pair off what... My other face is Bianca. So a fighter could pair up with her. Elektra Lopez or Kiana James. Kiana James isn't as popular. Everyone else gets a bit too expensive for me right now. Well, Cora Jade's not too bad there. But I don't want to... Yeah, I'm going to go... Wait, how much in-ring experience did Elektra Lopez have? The same. I'm going to go for Cora Jade.
It's you again.
It's me again. Cora Jade was a fighter heel. So now I'm going to carry on with my mid card. Let's get a guy. Now, who's around the 50 popularity mark that's a bargain? Solo Sikoa's only 188,000.
Because he's got 5 in-ring IQ.
Oh, mate. Even the game doesn't respect the tribal chief. Okay.
And some people think this game's made up.
Montez Ford, specialist. He could be a good one.
Sean Spears is right there for you, bud.
I could get
You can get the Street Profits.
the Street Profits, but I've only got one pick this time round. Oh, there's Pete Dunne.
Oh, he is there.
Hype Heat done. Johnny Gargano's too expensive for me right now. Bronson's good at that price. Apollo Crews, Cruiserweight, Axiom, Dragon Lee, Cruiserweight, Cruz del Toro. Just saying names now. Cruz del Toro could work with MyGM. No, I'm gonna get I need specialists. I think it's foolish to not go in that direction. I'm going Montez Ford.
All right. So let's go to the women here. So I did think there was not a lot of face fighters. I can get like a Lola Vice in. I might just do Lola Vice, you know, so I can then have a face fighter option. And just only 63k. NXT gets Andre Chase.
Don't you dare pick Angelo
Mutiny
Dawkins.
Gets Mark Coffey.
CM Punk, don't you dare.
Mutiny gets Dexter Loomis. And NXT gets Brooks Jensen. So it's me. So do I get a bruiser heel? Don't worry, I'm not going to take Dawkins from you.
I feel like you're setting up that you are going to take him.
I'm not just going to take Angelo Dawkins. I'm just not going to.
You are. This is your voice where you're going to do it. You don't need. You've done your troll one. You said.
I'm not just going to do it.
You said.
I'm just.
No, I can see you searching for it.
I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm sort of like looking to fill out some of my ladies here. Although I am going fairly cheap, I will say. But I can get a Lash Legend in. He's at 40. He's a bruiser heel. Nice and cheap, but you can build some of these people up over time.
Good stamina starting out as.
Yeah, so I'm going to get Lash in as a bruiser heel. Lash. On the Lash.
Angelo Dawkins! Come on, let's get him. Where are you, Angelo?
She's going to scrape and claw with this opportunity.
Name Angelo Dawkins. He's a face bruiser. The Street Profits assigned to ECW. All right, so that's he was a face bruiser. Cool, and they can, you know, they don't always have to be a tag team. They could do a little run. Okay, so I've got 2 tag teams, 3 if you include Sammy and Kevin Owens, which I am.
Which you should do.
But I also only have $733,000 left.
You do not have a lot of cash left.
And I wanted 6 more people. So I can only spend 100. I'm gonna get. Let's just go by cost. No, could I get Nathan Frazier? Nathan Frazier and Axiom. I think that's a good shout. But they'll still be too much for me, won't they, together? They're still breaking my bank slightly.
Yeah, because he's 200 grand.
He's doing it. Cruiser face.
Right, so now we can get some men. So I've got a bit of money to play with here.
Have I got loads of faces? I think I've got way more faces than I've got heels.
NXT
Did someone just draft Cody Rhodes?
Just go right here.
You
Mutiny
did?
gets Fallon Henley.
Cody Rhodes was like your 16th round draft pick.
Maxine Dupree for Mutiny and Charlie Dempsey for NXT. Back to Raw.
Oh, you've got so much money left.
I haven't got much. I've just spent like 400 grand on Cody Rhodes.
I know, and you've still got like $500,000 more than me. More.
Yeah. I went cheap for a while.
What did I do?
Have you got enough? Do you think you got too many faces now?
No. 1, 2, 3. What are you in the market for?
Could just get Drew. I mean, now that I'm sort of at the end, sort of the end game here, I can just sort of spend a bit big and just get some big names in some big hitters. Who's a bruiser heel? It's another bruiser heel. That was the problem. I could always turn him babyface. What I kind of want actually is a fighter. Superstar info.
Here we go.
What?
He could become a cruiser. What about you?
They're all good on the mic. Look how suave AJ looks there.
Does, doesn't he?
20 in ring IQ.
Yeah.
He's done it. Okay. So I'm gonna round out my Nathan Frazier Fraxium deal. That's a cruiserweight face. Oh, 400 grand left. Cruiser face.
Round 17.
And I've got 9 faces and 7 heels. So I absolutely need a heel now.
Need some heels.
So let's just go by the heels, and let's go by the cheapest heels who are dudes. Lexus King, 107. Wolfgang. Only 120. Ring IQ of 10. I'll come back to you, Wolfgang. You intrigue me. Grayson Waller. Bit too okay, we're already too pricey. A heel bruiser, who do you pair with? Akira, you could pair with Akira there. I might just have to go. I'm in the filler stage now. And I do need some heels. So I'm gonna go Wolfgang, heel bruiser.
Thank you very much. Right, so I've got 850 grand. So maybe I want to go back to the cheapos again. Let's have a look at cheap.
Jeez, last time I really concentrated on getting specialists.
Yeah.
And I haven't done that. I've got pretty deadly as specialists. Ford's a specialist. That's 3 specialists. And that's all I've got in my men's. It'd be so much better if there was intergender wrestling all the time.
Yeah.
It's like Lucha Underground.
It's annoying as well because there's quite a lot of like heel cruisers, but I've only got Charlotte Flair as like an option as a babyface giant, I think. And that's slightly out of my price range because I just went fairly big. Next piping him as a heel. And I don't really, because I've got Nia, so I don't really need to bring in another giant heel. But there's so many like cruisers. Maybe I just get some more fighters and bruisers. You know, if I can get a bruiser fighter, you know, bring in like so I've got a babyface bruiser option, like slot left. I could bring in another heel fighter or another specialist heel maybe. And I just seen it as a Lyra Valkyria there. There's Tiffy Time. Tiffy Time's always been good for me on Monday Night Raw.
It's a good price for Tiffy.
You know what I mean about like I can do, there's like, look at all these fighters that are here.
Yeah.
Like heel fighters. I could bring in another heel fighter and a babyface fighter. You know, I've got Elektra Lopez, I've got Kiana James, there's Paxley. And if I bring in as a babyface fighter, babyface bruiser rather, who was I just looking at? Who was I looking at? Is there any baby? It's babyface bruiser I'm after, isn't it? Babyface bruiser. Oh, Lyra Valkyria. That's a fucking fighter. Maybe, okay, what have I got? I've got obviously I need more women.
That's the Liverpudlian in you coming out there.
I could just, if I get a couple more lasses in, but do I just get some specialists? Like I bring in like a Tiffany Stratton. Because on the babyface bruiser side of things, there's not a whole lot for me. There's just loads of fighters. Sorry, I do apologise for my swearing.
Yeah, well, it's getting to you, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's in the stressful stage now, isn't it? We're in the stressful stage.
Hey, there's no 7-minute time limit now. Imagine what you're going to be doing then. At the threat of 20% of all your fans being wiped out.
Let's get an Ivy Nile in and then bring in another fighter. Just like some like lower level, 150 grand. Yeah, I might do Ivy Nile, you know? Bring her in as a baby
Okay.
face. Ivy. NXT gets Ridge Holland. Mutiny gets Joe Coffey. Mutiny gets Eric Rowan. And NXT drafts Blair Davenport.
I think that's NXT done, because they've only got like 130 grand now.
Oh, is it?
You've got loads.
Yeah. So, which means I can maybe splash out a little bit and get a another like heel fighter, maybe something like an Alba Fire. I might do that. Alba.
Okay.
So he's got 285 grand
Round
left.
18. I want a lady, and I want them cheap. And I want a baby face, actually. So I've got a fighter, I've got a bruiser, I've got a specialist, I've got a fighter. So I should get a heel, no, a bruiser face. Yes, a bruiser face. Don't be too expensive. Do you even exist, face bruiser? You were having this problem, weren't you?
Yeah, I think I've got the
Nope.
only. There's the only babyface bruiser I got.
There are no. Okay,
There was
we're on
no other.
specialists. Where are you, specialists? You're not a face. You're not a face.
It's Bailey. Oh, then she is the exact amount of money you have left.
Okay, right. That's not going to work for me. I cannot spend. I want to keep $100,000 left. Could I just go for a cruise? Yeah, not everyone has to pair up perfectly. I like Kalani Jordan. I like Jakara Jackson. And I need a face. And the next one's Tia Hale, and she's too expensive. God, but Kalani Jordan's 31 popular. She's not sitting with anyone at my table. She's gonna have her own place in catering. Everyone's like minimum 50 popularity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you've kept the popularity up with a lot of your guys, haven't you?
Yeah, that's why I've got no money. I'm gonna go fight this. What pairs up better? Fighter, heel. I'm gonna go cruiser. Kalani Jordan, cruiser face.
The history-making Kalani Jordan is a big pickup for this brand.
So that was cruiser face, and this is probably going to be my last pick.
Yeah, you have quite nicely numbered all of your guys out.
Yeah, it hasn't really worked.
No?
I've got a tag division, a mid card, and a main, but somehow Carlitos ended up in the main because I was pairing him up with KO. Right, I like Javon Evans. I've got two men. I need a heel. So Lexus King is in my budget quite nicely. The next one is Grayson Waller, who is out of my budget. So I'm just going to make one more signing. It's going to be Lexus King. And he is a heel fighter. God, that doesn't work. You might have to turn babyface, but then I've got too many baby faces, and that will leave me with $119,000 in the pot to run my shows, and I would end with 19 talent, and I was aiming for 20. That is me done.
Right, so I've got 450 grand left.
Just pure iron will and untapped potential on this brand.
Do you need a man or a woman?
Well, I've actually got, I mean, technically, if I got two women, that would be 10 and 10. But the real question is do I actually need them? Because what I could do here is I could cash out and start the game with 450 grand.
Do you... I always feel like signing people in the scouting thing, you've got to pay for scouting.
Yeah,
I
but-
feel like it's way more expensive than just getting them up front.
Well, I'm thinking less of like
Like if I buy a sofa, you're getting people on finance with a high interest rate.
I'm not talking about like getting name sales. I'm thinking like, local talent I could fill my roster out with. I like building up the local talent. Because the only other thing I could think of doing, and I don't hate this as an idea, is bringing in Charlotte Flair.
And turning her heel right away.
Well, I've already got.
Who does she match with? Because you got a babyface cruiser.
Well, that's it.
In Kyrie.
I've got a babyface cruiser. I haven't got another heel cruiser, so I'd have to bring in a heel cruiser. And it's like, is that all worthwhile? Is it worth me doing it? Is it worth it? Can you even hear me? Like, I don't think I'm actually gaining anything by doing this.
Why do you want Charlotte?
Just
she's a giant?
because she's popular. Like, because I'm looking at some extra popularity. Because at the moment I'm at like 62, 55, 65, 60, 55, and then I get into some 40s and some 30s. And then I've got some big hitters towards the end in Cody and AJ.
I think Bailey's a better purchase for you in that then. She's
Yeah,
only 2
exactly.
popularity less.
That's it.
Same price, specialist can work with anyone.
Yeah, and she's a baby face.
And she's actually got 5 more in-ring IQ. I would have bought Bailey. I would have bought her if I didn't spend all my money.
So Bailey is at 285. I might do that and then call it quits. Just bringing in as a babyface specialist. What can I do with her? I'm sure I can find something for her to do. I'm bringing you in for some popularity, Bailey, and plus you are my girl. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to bring in Bailey, and then I'm done. So NXT brings in Pat McAfee, and Mutiny brings in Carmelo Hayes. Mutiny then brings in JC Jane, and NXT is cashing out.
Right. Look at that roster. The Miz, Logan Paul,
Baron
Tonga
Corbin.
Loa. Great job, Ava. Best GM in the biz.
And then that is it for me. Stop drafting.
There you are.
Look at that. Look at Stacks and Roman Reigns. They just belong next to each other, don't they?
I think I've got to do the same, haven't I? So that's me. I'm ending the draft. There we are. There's the gang.
So there's some pretty strong names in there, I'll be
Yeah, I
honest
like
with
the
you. I
look of
like
that.
I like
That's-
the look of that.
That's
Yeah.
a good episode of Raw right there.
So let's see if Mutiny is also ending. No, they're also picking up Javon Evans.
Yeah, it's a good signing.
I think they've got 100 grand left, and now they're ending. CM Punk stealing away Aiken from me. But he's got the Good Brothers and Randy Orton.
Yeah, me
the
and Randy,
Creeds.
we're best friends now.
And there it is. Those are the brands.
Yeah.
I've got it feels weird. This is the first time where we've kind of had the option to draft so many people.
Yeah.
I almost found it overwhelming.
Yeah, because you can't make as many mistakes with fewer options generally. And I feel like I've made more mistakes because I've got very few specialists.
Yeah.
And what worked for me early on last time was just getting giants and cruisers.
And I've got like 8 feuds written down that I want to start and like run with. That feels like I've got too much. I think you're completely right. I totally agree. Having more options means that I feel like I'm less in control of my roster at the moment. In an exciting way.
It should do us good though when everyone starts getting injured.
Exactly.
After week 1.
Yeah.
Then we'll have more options. Zayn, the Cruiser Challenger.
We've got
Oh
a
my
new
God!
champion!
All titles changed hands.
It's a 3.5 star match, but no rivalry.
No rivalry. We'll keep at that.
And you can go watch that episode right now at patreon.com/WrestleTalk, where you are going to get every episode of this series 1 week early and ad-free.
And a big thank you to this episode sponsor. We literally couldn't do this without you. 2K25, WWE 2K25. Click the link in the video description right now to get your copy.
Play MyGM locally, play it online, play MyRise, play The Island. Play the game. Play it with your friends. It is an awesome, awesome game. The graphics are amazing. It's available on a bunch of platforms, and you can get your copy using the link in the video description down below. We will see you on Monday for the first episode of the new season of the Monday Night War. Unless you go to Patreon and you can watch it now. I've been Luke and DAD, representing Monday Night Raw.
And I've been Oli Davis, representing ECW Monday Night Smash.
Jam that.